What's every What's everybody? It's me, up Erica. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, 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 go, 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 girl, go, 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 girl, go, 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 girl, girl. We are down here, girl. We have nothing to talk about. I don't even yeah. I have nothing to talk about. The girl's like, yes, you do. Do, 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 do. The little bird came on the windowsill and was like, yes, you do. You do have something to talk about. So let's see what's going on down to the block.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog.
See what is going on in the news today. Today. Nene Leakes speaks on being asked to do traders, but declined because her son Brent Leakes was in the hospital, and if she would ever return to RHOA as a friend of. Okay, let's just go ahead and listen. Let's let's listen to this just for the sake of listening to it. I've already said what I feel about this, and you're probably not going to like it, but
You were asked to come back for, well, you were asked to do traders.
Yes, I was asked to do training.
And then we heard that you were not doing it. Yeah. Why did you choose not to do it?
So I was asked to do traders. I was really excited about doing it, by the way.
Yeah, we talked about it, but it wasn't public at that time.
Is it public now?
It is. It is
okay.
because
They set the cast.
Yeah, because I think since you didn't do it, I think they took Portia.
It was Portia and Tamar.
Oh, it was always those two.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know because they did not reveal to me who the cast was going to be.
Yeah, and Portia didn't tell me either, so I was like, maybe she replaced you.
So I kind of felt like they did get Portia.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but why didn't you do it?
I couldn't do traders because my son's in the hospital, and he's still in the hospital. And so my son's been in the hospital since May. Okay. Like early May.
When I shot the Nene Leakes show with you, I felt like Brent went in then.
No.
Or maybe he was already there.
He was already there.
Okay. Wow.
He's been there about 2 months.
How's he doing?
He's doing a lot better. He's turned a curve. He has a little while longer to be there, but he's turned a curve.
Okay. And Crystal.
Yeah, I want to be sensitive.
Can you tell her what Britt is dealing with?
Okay, so Brent, when my husband died, we only had one son, which is my son Brent. And at 22, he had a stroke and a heart attack. And from the stroke, his heart was weak and it never got back strong. So he needed a heart transplant. So he's had a heart transplant since then. And what's happening now is his heart started rejecting. Oh. And so they are now trying to stop the rejection.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's a lot.
He's really young.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot.
Would you ever, first of all, would you ever want to ever see yourself coming back to Housewives? And would you be even open to being a friend?
I felt like I was a friend one season.
You was?
Yeah. Remember the season where we went to,
I feel like
I want to say Phaedra, Kim Fields in Jamaica. We were in Jamaica.
You were not a friend. You were.
I was a friend.
A peach and all.
I can't remember.
Nene, you were never a friend of the damn show.
I thought I was a friend one time.
Well, you thought wrong.
Okay.
You were never a friend.
Honest to God, listen. Let me see.
You were never a friend.
I'm not mad at the friend role.
Okay.
I just think if I just just answering your question, if I were to ever step back on that platform and would I be a friend, I really kind of feel like, I don't know, that I would be a friend.
Well,
I would have to look at it kind of like, I like the friend role. I like the capacity. I don't have a problem with it at all. But I just would think, Nene, season 1, the first housewife thing, and I'm a friend.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, so you were asked to come back for.
So shout out to Brent. Hopefully he gets better, he progresses, and we see him progress. Yeah, that's the risk you have to take. When you do a transplant, your body may reject even when you do blood transfusion, that's crazy too. Your body can reject because it's like, what is this? Like, this is not yours. This ain't yours. This ain't the one we put in when you came down here, girl. What is this? It's a heart. It's another heart. So hopefully Brent is okay. Okay, regarding Nene, okay, this is how I feel about Nene and the Housewives conversation. I feel like Nene, when she left and how she left and the things that transpired afterwards, it was like she threw up. on Bravo, on Andy, on Housewives. I threw up. Keep my name out your mouth, you cokehead, right? And he said, okay, say no more. If I'm never gonna have your name in my mouth, fine. Every week we see a tweet, a meme, or something created asking about Nene's return to Housewives. Yes, everybody loves Nene. She is iconic. She has made an imprint in pop culture that is undeniable. We are not going to take that away from Lenithia Monique Hicks. I mean, Leakes. Monique Hicks is daddy's daughter, daddy's big mouth daughter. Um, and so we love Nene. I love Nene. But Nene is almost like that cousin, that big cousin that probably like me, who doesn't know how to keep their mouth and they do too much talking and they talk themselves out of things. Nene, it will be like Nene coming back is eating the vomit that she projectiled and let out over Bravo NBC or Bravo Andy and Housewives, right? So the fact that you've been asked to come on Traders, which I wish she would have been great, is that they're working on relationship building, rebuilding the relationship between her, NBC, Peacock, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like asking people to go back to relationships that they blew up into dissolution, you shouldn't ask them to come back to that. Nene would need an ensemble cast. Nene would need to come on as a friend, I think a friend in a friend capacity, but I don't think Nene is coming back to the Housewives franchise at all in any capacity. And I think we need to stop asking about it. It reminded me of Ashanti and Nelly, Eva and Michael. This thing where people desire people to go back to things they threw up and want them to eat it, the vomit. It's like a dog throwing up and going back and eating its vomit. That is the visual that I get. I'm sorry. You probably like, Erica, that's too much, but that's what I see. That's the visual that I see is a dog vomiting, going away, and then coming back and eating it. That's how I see when people do that with relationships, like Nelly and Ashanti, like Michael and Eva. Everybody's in the comments clapping, cheering, throwing roses. I don't think, I don't know. I don't know why I don't think it's just good to go back to something that you dissolved in that way. Yes, people rekindle relationships all the time, and that's a wonderful thing. But I think the conversation that we consistently have is an indication of people not letting go of things that are not beneficial to them anymore. And I do want to talk about that. I want to talk about like when it's time to let go of relationships when it's no longer beneficial. I know I know I say it and I talk about it, but there are like things that we need to look for in relationships when you're like, oh, you know what? I think we're at the end of this relationship. I don't see it beneficial. It's not beneficial anymore. Um, it seems one-sided. The effort on either end is not being maintained. And so it's time to dissolve. And I think a lot of people hold on to relationships long after they're overdue for familiarity, comfort, and things like that. But a lot of the times, what it's doing is creating a hurdle for other things that are beneficial for you to get in. I truly, honestly, truly, in my soul, believe that. I truly believe that when you hold on to something that you know, you and the other party know, or even just you are able to recognize it and the other party is fine with it because you're there, you might be there as a resource or a placeholder even. But I think it goes into I feel like it's on the scale of toxicity 1 to 10. I feel like holding on to relationships after they're expired is toxic. Maybe on the lower end of the scale, not like above 5, but below. Because if it's not, sometimes you could be holding on to something and you're like, I'm holding on to it because it's familiar, right? It's nothing bad, there's nothing wrong, but there's patterns that you begin to notice about the relationship. Hello, money. About the relationship. And girl, who is calling me? About the relationship, and you want to hold on to it, and you don't realize that holding on to it is keeping you from allowing other things in that are probably better for you. And every time, every week it happens, one of these blogs are like, what if Nene comes back? What if Nene comes back? When Nene comes back, what would you do if Nene? How would you like Nene? I mean, there's so many iterations of asking if Nene would come back. We love Nene. We love her in Ensemble Cast. We love Nene. But I feel like asking her to come back to something that she threw up on and then coming back is literally like asking her to eat the vomit. You don't eat the vomit. You just don't. And I think all of us could learn and benefit from the ability to let go of things that are no longer beneficial for us. Right? I think we could talk about that. Maybe in the next video, I do want to talk about that because it happens with working relationships, personal relationships, family relationships, right? Romantic relationships, platonic friendships, and all the ships, right? And all the ships, there are instances where I have, right, held on to something that looked pretty but was causing us to bleed. Just holding on to a rose, right? And just blood just dripping down. Slow, sometimes it's just a slow drip, but you still losing blood. You know what I'm saying? So I see that every time I see somebody ask about Nene coming back to the show, it reminds me of how we hold on to things or go back to things that we dissolved. Like I honestly feel sad for Ashanti. It makes me emotional because I can't imagine her going back, procreating with this man and him. All the clips that I've seen, I tried to watch it. I got to like the middle, like almost the end of the first episode. And I was like, I don't want to see Ashanti go through that. I don't want to see any woman go back to a relationship and then the relationship be imbalanced when you add a child to it because the man is so like stubborn. While it looks great and oh my God, they're laughing and we belong together and all this stuff, you added a baby to the equation and now you're getting a different person, even though he's a father. Like, and it's crazy. And it's like, to me, it makes me want to cry because it makes me angry to think like this is our first child together. Yeah, it's your fifth child or fourth child, but this is our first child together. Have the same, can you at least share the enthusiasm with me? Right? I know this is not your first time doing this, but it's my first time doing it. Why not experience my first time with me? Like when you take a child someplace for their first time, right? And you've been there before, but to experience through their eyes for the first time, why would you want to miss that? And to me, it shows a lack of care when a man has a child with a woman and he doesn't want to help her with the baby. It infuriates me. And I honestly don't want to see Ashanti because Ashanti, we love Ashanti, right? The parasocial thing with Ashanti running around. I always gave Ashanti all her flowers, staying away from these niggas, not letting none of these niggas impregnate her, not dealing with toxic relationships, traveling. The first episode was of him throwing her a party with an island theme because all of her other birthday parties, she's on an island somewhere. And now she can't be there because she's married with a baby. Whole life, not even thinking, let's take the baby on an island trip. Why does that have to stop for her? But it does. It did. She's not in another. The baby could have a little. How old do you have to be to have a passport for a little baby? Because I be seeing the little babies with their little passports, little baby faces with their passports. They get that baby a passport and go to the island and celebrate your birthday, girl. But now I don't know. I don't want to see Ashanti go through that. I don't want to see it because it's like she went back to vomit, and everybody was encouraging her. That's like they're doing with Eva and Michael. And to me, it's the same thing, same energy with Nene and Real Housewives. Y'all always want somebody to go back to the vomit and eat it up, and then like be clapping for them on the way to the vomit. I don't like to hear that. Listen to these comments. This is from Reality Entertainment TV's blog. It says a heart transplant at 22. Wow, that's heavy. I pray God continues to heal and protect them both. Nene has been dealing with a lot and never lets anybody see her sweat, and I commend her for that. No, that's not commendable. That's not honorable. Let people see you sweat. Let people see you cry. It's not honorable to suppress your feelings and not allow people to see you sweat. Her son is in the hospital with a heart that is possibly rejecting. She should be sweating. She should be crying, and it's okay. And she should be safe enough, right? And not feel like she has to be the strong Black woman and suppress her feelings. Because what happens to strong Black women, I don't know if you've seen the autoimmune the autoimmune issues that Black women have. I think it's a direct correlation of suppressing emotions and holding things in, because when you express yourself, nobody comes to hug you, right? Nobody comes to see how you're doing. They just want to see how you can be a product to them, how you can be useful to them. But no, you have to see. I let my children see me cry. I know some people can say they've never seen their parents cry, especially the woman. I always think about Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina. Never seen her cry ever. Somebody murdered her son, and she doesn't even have the space to feel safe to cry on television. How many Black mothers do you see on TV when they've lost their child? They not crying. Because we can't allow people to see us cry. We have to maintain a strength about us while we endure pain. That's not cute. It's not honorable. There's no honor in suppressing your emotions. I don't know. I don't find that honorable. Sending prayers to her family. Nene was her friend the season Kim Fields was on. That was when she was doing the new normal. Prayers for Nene. Even the strongest woman hides so much. Her son is sick, lost her husband a few years back. It definitely runs a toll. I'm glad her and Cynthia can with down and have this moment. I miss them. She's definitely a friend when they shot that eye commercial. Prayers to her and her son in healing. The season when Kim and her husband were insulted by Kenya, not just Kenya, every single woman except for Candy, I believe. Maybe it was Candy too. They were trying to insult Kim Fields' husband by suggesting that he was gay. And Andy called all of them out on it. Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just Kenya. If you're going to call history out, but call it correctly, girl. All right. Honestly, her having her shoes off, just comfortable on the couch, makes me happy for this Nene. She looks comfortable, still confident and strong and healthy. I'm glad she's in a place where she's able to speak freely and comfortably, praying for her son and her family's continued through strength and peace. Yeah, shout out to Nene. Shout out to Nene. I love Nene. I love Nene. Even the AI baby Nenes are killing the girls. Okay. Love and Hip Hop season 13, episode 1, the season premiere. What is going on? Are they still talking about that damn diss track, girl? I have to talk about Real Housewives of Miami and the Valley. Y'all want to talk about that now? Let's talk about it. I don't know about Lisa because even the guy Larsa was OTP with said he flipped out too. There was a witness, Jack, who, by the way, is friends with her too. Lisa needs to stop with the lies. She's starting to become annoying. I don't make things up. Lisa had me chase, had what? Lisa be chasing me around for 10 years to be friends with her. Look up, and she said it multiple times. I'm done arguing with someone that acts like the AC isn't cold. I don't know what Larsa is saying. Larsa is acting like she didn't audition to be a Kardashian family minion. She even purchased a whole face to look like them. She sure did. Oh, like she chased Kim, then got cut off for dick eating. Girl, they was all fucking the same. Nook. So they introduced a new girl.
This girl, because I was posting, I'm like, she's rich. I want to be friends with her. She has an amazing jet, and I want to be friends with people that have jets and yachts. I think it's a little bit rude to want to be my friend because what I have. Would you be my friend if I invited you to my Colombian farm to eat chicken noodle soup? Would you eat testicles? Or do you only want to come hang out with me and have caviar and rosé in the sky? Am I drunk? You talk like you're a little tipsy. I have to pee. Want to come with me? Okay. I've been just.
Okay, let's go through the women. You want to talk about Miami? We could talk a little bit about Miami. The new girl, what's her name? Uh, Julia's baby shower. I don't like Julia. Get her off of here. I hope they don't come back. I hope her and Martina don't come back. You hate to see people come on the show and then just ruin their whole little image. Julia is fucking weird. Let me go to my notes because I did have some notes for Real Housewives of Miami. Let's talk about it. Let me do a search and then latest. All right, this was 3 days ago. So let's see. 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. Okay. Russell said that image of the big tall woman standing over you. Right. Okay. So after all the stuff happened with Julia throwing the drink on Gertie and all of us agreeing that she was out of line. There was no reason for her to do that. She assaulted Gertie. Gertie went back to her husband, told her husband about it, and he describes Julia as big and tall woman standing over you, yelling at you, which she was. I don't feel like, when somebody gets a drink thrown on them, you could be like, oh, I understand why you got that drink thrown. That this doesn't like stuff when people do stuff to people, whether I agree with them or not, I can understand when some things are done. If I don't understand, like, why did you do that? Then I feel like you're wrong. Like I can not wrong. Like you might be wrong in throwing the drink, right? But what happened to lead up to that? You might be like, oh, I understand why you did that. Does that make sense? Like I wouldn't do it, but I do understand why you did it, right? Like when somebody offs somebody and you're like, why did they do that? And you're like, oh, I understand. I wouldn't delete somebody, but I understand why they did. Why did she get her ass beat? What did she do? What happened leading up to it? Oh, I understand why. Now I wouldn't have done it, but I understand what Julia did to Gertie. I didn't understand it. It was so ugly. When I tell you, and it actually made me like I like Gertie has so much grace. I don't think I would have responded like that. I think I would have went the complete. I would have went off. Cause what are you throwing a drink on me for? Like, what did I do to you? Because I'm telling the truth about you. And remember, I said it. She did that to stop her from telling the story, and she said it. She was like, "I just wanted her to stop." Yeah, you wanted her to stop telling the truth because the truth makes you look like the bitch you are. And because you wanted to stop her, that bitch came out and threw a drink on her. So Gertie didn't have to finish the story. Your action of throwing a drink on her told the story. Bitch, you're a bitch. And I love that Russell was like, I don't like that big and tall woman standing over you. She was literally out of control, if you saw the clip. I said, she said, I feel embarrassed in front of Marisol and allowing Gertie to get the best of me. So you are evading accountability of your actual feelings about Gertie, right? And then saying that she is making you act the way that you're acting. And then saying, I don't like the way I looked in front of Marisol. So you're not embarrassed of what you did. You're embarrassed because it happened in front of Marisol at the party. So you're not sorry for throwing the drink on Gertie. And I don't know if she has apologized to Gertie since then. But if I was Gertie, you throw a drink on me, it's over. I just feel like when you put your hands on somebody, throw drinks on somebody, when I think in any relationship, once you violate the person, like the person's body, like you hit them or you grab them or you throw a drink on them or you spit on them, whatever that action is towards their body, I don't feel like you can come back. That's why I don't believe in hitting children, right? Because you think to yourself, you're actually like bringing harm to somebody's physical body. And then you want to tell them that you care about them and you love them, then you would do nothing. The only time you would touch me is to make me feel good. You wouldn't touch me to harm me. And whoopings and hitting people, that's harming people. Yeah, that's that when I was like trying to unlearn, like, okay, with these children, me raising children by myself, I did whoop my children when they were younger. I had to stop. I said I can't. This doesn't even make sense. I hated this when I was a little girl. I had to unlearn that so I don't imprint my children with the things that were imprinted on me, so I can break that cycle. I don't put my hands. Now, do I raise my voice when I'm upset so that you can know that I'm upset? Yes, rightfully so. If I'm in my righteous emotions, yes, you're going to get that emotion. I'm not going to suppress that emotion. But that's one of the main reasons I thought to myself, it doesn't make any sense to put your hands violently, aggressively, harmful on somebody and then turn around and expect to have a fruitful, positive relationship. How could you put your hands on me in a violent way and then tell me that you love me and you care about me and you did that because you love me? What kind of message are you sending? I hit you because I love you. What kind of message are you sending? That's the wrong message. That's a wrong message. So once you put your hands on me, the relationship is over. Ask my brother. He put his hands on me. He hasn't heard from me again. He called me to apologize because my dad told him, if you don't apologize to her, I will never speak to you again. He probably would have spoke to him again because of bro code, right? But that's the only reason why my brother extended an apology. And I just listened to him and I got off the phone. I haven't spoken to him since and will not speak to him. You put your hands on me. Consider me dead to you because you are dead to me. And that's just how I roll. Don't ever, that's it. You only get anybody who has ever put their hands on me has only did it one time, because you're not going to get a chance to do it again. I won't even be in proximity to you to allow you to do it again. You will never get the chance, ever, never, ever. And I haven't spoken to my brother in November. It will be 10 years. And he assaulted me 10 years ago in November, Thanksgiving 2015. And I have not spoken to him, and I will not speak to him. No, you put your hands on me in front of my children too. And I literally moved away from their father so that they don't see that type of exchange between me and another person. And they literally have that, what I was trying to avoid. They have a memory of their uncle assaulting their mother. You're not going to see that again. You will never see it again. And they will know, like, yeah, my uncle put his hands on my mom and she never spoke to him again. She didn't play that shit. And she doesn't. So you throw a drink on me, it's over. I will never speak to you. There's no I don't give a fuck what show we're on. I will never fuck with you again. And Gertie, I don't, the women love to get saint badges and martyrhood badges. So they forgive the bigger person badge. The girls love the bigger person badge. I pass it. You get the bigger person badge if you forgive this person and go back into relationship with them. You can get a bigger person badge. No, I keep moving past the bigger person badge. I'm good. I'm not the bigger person. I'm gonna be the biggest asshole to you. Oh, I sure will. Not the biggest person. I'm gonna be the biggest asshole. Trust me, you will never get a chance to do it again. You won't get a chance to be that close to me to do it again, ever. And then for Julia to turn it around, like Gertie made her do that. Yes, Gertie is an ambitious. She seems like she's a social climber. She seems like when she gets in rooms, she's networking. But the fact that Julia made it seem like she was trying to get in the room with a Bravo celebrity. Captain Sandy is on Bravo. Julia is not needed to connect Sandy to Gertie. They are both employed. They're employed by the same company. So she doesn't need Julia to get close to Captain Sandy. She doesn't. And she just wanted to be in the room. She was just doing this. Girl, I was just here before you. I was on the first leg of the cruise. I didn't like it. Gertie made it difficult for me last night. Again, blaming someone outside of yourself for your irrational, uncontrollable actions. No accountability. I hope shame keeps Julia from returning to the show. She should be ashamed of her violent, aggressive behavior. I'm glad Marisol reiterated that she wasn't happy with Julia's actions. There were so many people saying that people didn't back up Gertie. I don't know what backing up Gertie would have looked like, but Marisol was very clear that she did not like her actions. While she's still cool with Julia, she said it several times. Larsa said it the day that it happened, that she didn't. She was like, I don't like it. I don't like it either. Now, then she turned around and said Gertie was waging. She tells Martina, Gertie, I feel like Gertie is waging a war. That's what that's the word she used. Waging a war against our family. Girl, what the fuck are you talking about? You are literally taking zero blame. I'm not going to even use the word accountability. You are taking zero blame for you throwing a drink on her for telling a story. You assaulted her. To me, throwing a water on is like hitting somebody. You use something to hit me with. That's like throwing something at somebody. If I threw a shoe and it hit you, you would be like, you assaulted me. I'm throwing water and it hit you, you assaulted me. Yes, it doesn't leave any marks or anything, but you assaulted me. What if I don't know, anything could happen. What if it wasn't water in that drink? What if it was something that got in her eye and caused damage? Like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? And not only that, you had no reason. Like, to me, I feel like, what was the reason? There was no reason for her to act like that. I don't like Julia. Fuck her. I don't like her or people like her. Gertie, in her interviews, she's crying. Yes, let the tears flow. Show people that this bitch harmed me and it hurt me and I was embarrassed. And Gertie is in her interview crying. Good. I don't even care if the tears were fake. Cry. Girl, do what they do. Do what they do. Cry. Stop this thing where I have to be the strong, but I'm a Fabergé egg, bitch. I'm crying. I'm sensitive. I'm crying. When she called her low class, I loved it. I love that Gertie called you're low class. You have no class. And it just goes on top, a layer on top of the season when Alexia called her a Russian whore and she didn't like it. Now that low class, that's gonna go back into her brain. She didn't like that. She didn't like that Gertie called her low class. The fact that Julia thinks that she was high class for inviting Gertie to her I bought a baby shower, she said, if I believe the person can be mature enough and control themselves, that is what Julia was saying about Gertie and believing that she was a bigger person for inviting Gertie to her I bought a baby shower. Listen to me when I say, bitch, you were the aggressor. You were the aggressor. From the beginning, even when Gertie started talking, she goes, hey, no, you, and started doing all that. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what Gertie was like, girl, how many drinks did you have? Like, girl, what is wrong with you? Because she was like, do you want to talk here? Do you want, she goes, oh, no, you don't produce. Girl, shut the fuck up, bitch. How many drinks did you fucking have? Listen to her.
I am. Please, Gertie, come be with me. And I'm like, I just got home. I'm like, I literally unpacking with Russell. What's wrong? She's literally hysterical. Good friend that I am. Julia, what's wrong with Martina? She does not want me to know. She says, I will tell you on the ship. Manipulate her. And I say, okay,
Call her
I'm
a
going to go on the
manipulator.
ship. I'm going to go. Girl, I literally repack.
I'm telling you, she is
Excuse me.
Scary.
Be quiet. I literally.
Don't you tell this.
Oh.
Liar. Martina had a
Oh my God.
You're a liar.
She's yelling at a woman who's dealing with cancer and tells her, she stands over her. I told you, Martina had a cancer situation. You're talking to a woman who's dealing with breast cancer. She's like literally reconstructing her breasts to get them right. And you're yelling at her and throwing water on her. Fuck you, Julia. Fuck you, bitch. Like, I literally mean that. I mean it. I hope she does not come back to this show. I hope she's so fucking embarrassed and ashamed of her behavior that she does not come back to the show. Fuck Julia and fuck Martina Navratilova. Fuck both of y'all. And I hate that y'all adopted black boys. I hate it.
You're such a liar. You are a liar. Martina had a bio. I told you this on the phone. You're a liar. You're doing everything for your social media.
You hear? You're doing everything for your social media. She's accusing her of networking. And I don't know if in the room, Gertie was working the room and you got jealous of that. You felt jealous of that. But her issue was that when Gertie arrived, she didn't ask how Martina was doing. I felt like you didn't want to talk about it because you already told me come because Martina can't be here. And then she said she got a facelift while Martina was having her treatment. The fact that Julia thinks she's high class for inviting Gertie to our I bought a baby shower. She said, if I believe the person can be mature enough and control themselves, then they can come to her baby shower. I said, Julia's likable score plummeted to hell. So now they introduced the new girl. Her name is Stephanie. She's a Scorpio. It figures. I typically like Scorpios. Scorpios and Geminis. A lot of people don't like Scorpios and Geminis, and I typically like them. I'm always like, oh, I like them, and then I find out, oh, they're a Scorpio. But I can't help it. It's my North Node, so I'm like, it almost is like I run towards them, anyways. So when she got on, I hope that I hope that she turns out to be a good addition. She seems very down to earth. She's very wealthy, real estate. Her husband is 25 years older than her. He doesn't look it though. He does not look it. And they have a pretty good life. Let me read some of my comments. Oh, the new girl, caviar on a PJ on the way to pick up some dogs. Simple stuff like that. I'm going to pick up some dogs. The dogs from her parents. She took a plane. She wasted so much resources, but this is, what it is, to go pick up some dogs. Alexia is getting a divorce extension because Todd and her don't know if they really want to break up yet. Todd is the same guy who was secretly slowly moving stuff out of the house. He was slowly him and his daughters were slowly in front of Alexia's son, the one with the brain injury, Frankie, moving stuff out of the house slowly but surely. When she got home, it was nothing there, and he had filed for divorce. And you are trying to figure out, because the people at the divorce people, they're saying, like, the courts are saying, hey, you filed, I guess, an intent to file divorce. I don't know. What are y'all going to do? So they want an extension. The judge was like, y'all need to decide, are you going to proceed with the divorce or not? And they're still fucking. So, but my whole thing is, After a person does that, what would, I don't know. It's like, again, here we are back to going back to vomit. This man vomited all over your fucking relationship, and you are going back to eat it up. Alexia is eating the vomit that Todd spewed all over their relationship. Now she's gobbling it up, slurping it up with a fucking straw. Kiki and her baby, Kiki and her family, she has an estranged relationship with her father. They're now getting back on one accord because she just wants to have a relationship with him or whatever, but she's trying to forgive him because he did kick her out because she became a model. He wanted to have control over her body. She went and she started modeling, so they disowned her. I don't own you anymore, obviously, because you're out showing your body. And as the owner of your body, I won't allow you to do that. And if you want to show your body, I won't own you anymore. I'll disown you. I wouldn't forgive him. He wouldn't see the light of day. You wouldn't be on no motherfucking cameras. I'd tell them, if my father comes on the show, blur his face out. Blur his face out. You ain't gonna get no notoriety off of me, nigga. No, you won't. Not after you kicked me out as a teenager. I don't think she should expect her father to put effort towards having a relationship with her son. She wants her father to have a relationship with her son. He's older, right? He has a relationship with the daughter, with her younger daughter, who is so cute, and all she wants is to eat candy. I love it. She's like, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. What do you want? Chocolate? She wants chocolate. And she's so cute running around. Kiki's daughter is really cute, but she wants her father to work on the relationship with the son, and I don't think she should expect him to, because the son is older. It's a wrap. His formative years are it's a wrap. It's going to be difficult for him to start a relationship with the grandfather, but we'll see. The father is not putting that much effort, and she wants him to put more effort. Um, I love Marisol. She said, "I don't know how everybody in town knows my cock." She's a cocky queen, because they went someplace and the person knew Marisol's drink. They were like, oh, you want this and this and this and this. I think she does mezcal with a little soda, and I think it's orange juice she does. I'm not sure what her drink, what her cocky is. She calls her cocktails cockies. So she even has a little cup with I think she said my favorite cocky or something like that. Something she has on her cups. Marisol. Shout out to Marisol. I like Marisol, and I love Mama Elsa, so I like Marisol too. Marisol hasn't really been that problematic, and I love that Marisol, while she's like an integral character on the show, she's a friend. I love it. Like, don't get too much in my business. um, Julia, just the way she's talking, I said she's inauthentic and fake. Just the way she's talking, even in her interviews. Oh, I'm gonna invite Gertie, and she looks down, and I don't like Julia. Julia can go suck a limp dick, a sick limp dick. They go out to meet with Alexia. No, 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 not Alexia. It's Marisol. Is her name Stephanie? Did I say Stephanie? Is her what's the girl's name? Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie. Marisol, Stephanie, Julia, and it was somebody else. And oh no, Alexia was supposed to show up. She didn't show up because she's fucking Todd, but she said she wasn't with Todd. But everybody's like, girl, you were with Todd. Stop lying. And to me, I feel like if you start lying about your relationships, you're not doing something right. Oh no, I just want to keep people out of my business. No, bitch, you're in the wrong. You're over there eating vomit through a straw. That's what you're doing. Slurping the vomit. That nigga vomit all over your relationship, and you're over there gobbling it up. You are a dummy. You are a dummy. Her and Teresa Judice are the same person. We got a Cuban and an Italian, Teresa Alexia. That's what they are. Telexia, Juda Echeverria, Echeverria Judice. They're the same woman, just blonde and brunette. Girl, that is the same broad. Just dumb over dick, a dumb dummy over dick, gobbling up vomit. He vomited all over your relationship, and you sucking it through a straw. What a shame. So when Stephanie gets there, she puts her Birkin on, I think, on the table, and then like somebody moved it, and she was like, "Oh no, 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 give me my purse." I know that's right. Girl, them things is too expensive. Give me my purse back. It could sit right here with me. Thank you. A little baby Birkin she had. I said, I like her personality so far. Her and her husband have a 25-year age gap. Again, he doesn't look it though. So they look all right together. Let me see if I can find a picture. Stephanie, Real Housewives of Miami husband. Yeah, he doesn't look it. He doesn't look like he's too old. Um, Hold on, let me see if I can find a good picture of them. Yeah, see, he doesn't look like an old man. Definitely older than her, but not an old man. Like he does not look 25 years older than her. Now, I don't know if that's a dig or a compliment. He does look older, but he doesn't look 25 years older than her. You understand what I'm saying? It is still weird. He's 25 years older than her, or old enough to be her father. Um, but he doesn't look 25 years. He looks maybe 10 years older than her. And I don't know if that's a dig on her, but she's about her business. Her name is Stephanie Chauget. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the last name, but they are a power couple, real estate power couple. There they are again. Right? Yeah. So she's pretty good. She's here doing her thing. She has a name for herself. They're very wealthy. She seems to have a down to earth personality. No children. She doesn't want children. I love that as well. I love when I tell you, I love to hear women say they don't want children. I was a woman like that. So when I hear women say they don't want children, I support it. I encourage it. I I wish that I was a woman with no children. Like I said in my last video, I wish I was a virgin. I wish I was a person that has never been touched. Yvonne Orgy, I don't know if she's had sex since the last time, but she's a virgin the last time I heard. I think she's over 40 as well. Hey Siri, how old is Yvonne Orgy?
Yvonne Orgy is 41 years old.
Yeah, she's over 40. So she's 40. Thank you. She's a 40-year-old virgin. So I'm here. I'm here for that. I love that. I love hearing that. I love hearing women say they don't want children. I love it. I support it. I encourage it. I salute you. Stay steadfast in that. Don't let anybody change your mind with that. I said, I adore child free women. I can't imagine ever shaming them or making them feel like their purpose is to reproduce. Women are so much more. I love that she's honest and forthright about her feelings about kids. I said, I wonder what sign is she? Um, and somebody said, I think it was Stacy, she said that she's a Scorpio. I said, I love also that she doesn't like late people. I cannot stand a person who is chronically late. It is inconsiderate. It is selfish, self-centered. I had a cousin who used to do that. She would miss us singing happy birthdays. She would miss us doing like important things. Oh, I thought y'all wasn't going to sing happy birthday until, girl, we told you we were singing happy birthday at 1 and you rolling in at 4 o'clock and always rolling in with stuff to take shit home. Ugh, how you late and want to take shit home with you? Her mom would make her plates and stuff because she was never there when everything got started. And even her mother would kind of not even discourage. Her mother would make her plates and put them in the microwave. I don't know if they was talking on the way. Make me a plate. No, get your big ass here. Why don't you get here when everybody else gets here? What are you doing? I think it is so inconsiderate for somebody to be late all the time, making people wait. When I tell you, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. I remember I remember I had a friend. She would say, I can always count on Erica being here on time. If you say you're going to be here by 5 o'clock, I can count on you being here by 5 o'clock. Little does she know, I was outside at 4:50. I just came up at 5 o'clock. I was already here. I come from my grandfather was military. It's better to be 45 minutes early than a minute late. Period. I don't play that game, and I carry that with me. If I tell my sons I'm going to be ready at this time. Yesterday, Saturday, as a matter of fact, my youngest son got left. I had to come back and get him because the barber was like, "Can you just go back and get him? Because I don't have. He's already booked for this time." Their appointments were at 10 and 10:30. I left my house at 9:50. I said, I told y'all, because I had gone to, where did I went somewhere. I think, did I go to the park? I went somewhere and I came back and I said, when I'm coming back, y'all better be ready. I came back, they weren't ready. I told my son, I'm leaving. As soon as I put my crossbody on, I'm standing at the door and I'm putting my shoes on, I'm walking out the door. When I pull my car up, y'all better be out here. If you're not, I'm leaving. I'm not waiting for nobody. And I left. And the only reason, because I told him, you have a barber, time is money. That slot is a money for him. If he doesn't book that slot, it's no money for him. If you don't come on time and he's waiting for you, he's losing money. If you don't call and cancel, he's losing money. He was like, he was like, can you, he was like, it's too late for me to book his spot. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get him because I sure left his ass. I took the oldest one. He got there and then he did make it back in time for, because we don't live far from the barbershop. But I left. I don't play that. I do not like late people. And on this episode this week, Stephanie gets in Lisa's ass because Lisa is always late and I don't blame her. And then Lisa had the nerve to tell her, don't talk to me like that. No, bitch. This is when you tell me don't talk to you like that. I'm nice telling you, do you think that your time is more important than everybody else's? And when I tell you the level of inconsiderate people, it brings up like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. It's inconsiderate. It's selfish. It's self-centered. Like, who do you think you are that everybody has to wait for you? You don't call. You don't say you're going to be late. We're just sitting here waiting for you. I couldn't play those games. They do that all the time when they get people showing up late. Drew is another one, showing up late all the time. I don't like that. It's just inconsiderate to me. I don't like inconsiderate people because I try to be considerate of other people's time and I try to respect other people's time because I know time is currency. Time is money. And when you don't have that means that you're not even thinking about people outside of yourself. That means you're only thinking about yourself. They should tell Lisa, you know what they should do? They should tell Lisa what the time is, and then they not show up for 2 hours and let her fucking ass sit there. That's what I would do. I would fucking pull that shit on Lisa Hotstein. That's what I would do. Lisa, be here at 3. Y'all don't come strolling until 5, just laughing. Where y'all been? Oh, girl, we just getting here. What took y'all so long? Does it matter? It don't matter. We here now. I would throw Lisa for a fucking loop. Adriana is gonna throw Martina and Julia the I bought a baby shower. I'm calling it that. It's just called a baby shower. I'm calling it I bought a baby because fuck Julia and Martina Navratilova. Okay, fuck them. It's my pet peeve too. I do not like late people. Alexia is acting like Adriana had something to do with her failed marriage. She was like, I'm not acting, girl. Adriana is the one. She was gossiping. She was like, girl, I've already heard about Todd and the shit he got going on and blah, blah, blah. And Alexia is making it seem like Todd felt a way about her talking about they could be like he doesn't have what he says he has. You know that house, they had to remember the house when they first got on, the house with the garage elevator, and then they moved out of that house, moved it to another house, and then he moved out of that house. So I don't know where she is now. I don't know where she is. They were talking about Lisa. Gertie told Lisa that they were talking about her at the event where Julia poured the drink on Gertie. And she told Lisa that they were talking about how Jody, when they were in Paris, how he went off and he had the crazy eyes. I don't know if he had the Ramona Singer crazy eyes, but he had the crazy eyes. And Larsa showed a picture. Larsa is another one. Larsa needs her motherfucking head twisted off her fucking body. I go back and forth with Larsa because I appreciate Larsa backs people off of her quick. Like, bitch, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna fuck your whole shit up. I appreciate that. But I don't know. It's something about her timing for me. Like, I appreciate the digs. Like, she's the one that would be like, well, that's fine if you want to hang out with you. I mean, if you want to hang out with Marcus, he's the one that said you was broke. You was the brokest one in the crew. But okay, if you want to hang out with him, go ahead. Like, I love that kind of shit, right? That I'm gonna get in the dig, right? But it's the timing that be off for me, for Larsa, for me. She told she didn't want Gertie to tell Lisa what they were talking about at the party, at the little thing on the boat. No, I'm telling her. I'm telling her. Gertie was like, I told her. And then I said Julia started all that mess. The way that they're making it seem like like at the table, they were all sitting there and they didn't want to talk at the baby shower. They didn't want to talk about what happened with Gertie and Julia. And then, or what happened with Lisa and Jody, because Lisa wasn't there, right? Lisa also wasn't there when they all met Stephanie. She wasn't there because Alexia was supposed to show up, or somebody else, or Julia was there. Somebody was there that Lisa wasn't getting along with. I don't remember who it was. Adriana? I don't remember who it was, child. But um, so she didn't go. So Lisa didn't get to go. But Gertie was like, yeah, I'm the one who told her that y'all was talking about her and Jody. I was. Um, they didn't want to talk about it. They were like, let's not talk about it. It's a baby shower, blah, blah, blah. Adriana gets up. She says what she says about the baby shower. Alexia gets up and takes the microphone from her. She was like, here, girl. And then they start almost like competing on who's known who longer, who's been a friend longer, she was like, girl, I made this baby shower. What are you doing? I don't like the way Alexia be acting with Adriana. It's so weird. But that, if you go back to the beginning when they had different faces, bitch, it's been like this. It's been like this. I love Miami, but I need y'all to start resolving your issues so that you can move forward. And that's what I need for that to happen. I need for that to happen. So Julia brings up the Jody situation. She doesn't want to talk about it, but she started it. This is your baby shower. Why are you starting mess at the baby shower, girl? I don't like Julia. Send Julia home. Send Julia home. Julia saying she doesn't know if Gertie can control herself. Blah blah blah. Crocodile tears. We got to sit through another season of Julia trying to be an opera singer. Tell it, Russell. That giant stood over your poor suffering wife who's coping with the aftermath of cancer. Humiliated your wife. Shame her. That's right. It's crazy how Julia is able to throw water on Gertie and not one person reprimanded her. They did. That's not true. I think y'all be trying to look. That's what's going on with Love Island. Y'all be trying to look for anything to just make the show unenjoyable to watch. They did say something immediately. They said, what did y'all want them to do? Jump Julia? Did you want them to jump on her? They both said it. And then Julia went over to Marisol's house after on another day, and she reiterated to her, like, I didn't like what you did, and I don't even understand why you did that. Like, they told her that and that's why she was acting like she was so shamed. You should be ashamed, bitch. Julia is fucking weird. I feel like Kiki should have stood up for Gertie and herself. She did. She told Gertie, let's go. That's how you stand up for yourself. But Gertie wanted to stay because what Gertie was doing, so many things were happening. Kiki stood up and she said, they don't want us here. First, they were sitting across from each other, right? Then they were first they were sitting next to each other. Then they were sitting across from each other. But she said, come on, let's go. And she was like, no, I'm going to sit right here. She was like, baby, they don't want us here. They're speaking in French. They don't want us here. Let's go. Kiki left because Kiki put her oxygen mask on first. Bitch, you don't want to put your oxygen mask on first? I'm going to put mine on because the bitch threw water on me too and didn't apologize. So I'm out of here. So she left. I would have left too. You don't want to come? All right, girl, I'm going because she threw water on me too and didn't even apologize. Fuck Julia, bitch. Fuck that bitch. I hate that they adopted two black boys. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So Larsa ran her blown up mouth about Lisa while she was burying her dad, but somehow Gertie is wrong for being a good friend and letting Lisa know what was said behind her back. If the roles were reversed and Gertie threw water on Julia, we would be hearing buzzwords like angry and aggressive. Well, we do. We all you got to do is call her angry and aggressive. Y'all act like you can't call these women angry and aggressive. Call them the same things that they call you. Now, why would Kiki throw Gertie under the bus like that, knowing she has a target on her back? I thought they were sisters. Gertie didn't respond to Julia's fake apology because she doesn't have to. Julia is mad Gertie was able to explain her side of things to the ladies. So Julia rashly threw water to shut her up, which didn't work. And now she's sitting with Marisol and Alexia crying. Period. Larsa downplaying and trivializing the attack on Gertie as a baptism, like it's a joke. Oh, yeah, they told Stephanie that the girl threw water on her. And even at the baby shower, even Stephanie was like, you new to this group and you're just like, oh my God, like what is going on? Apparently, Stephanie dated Anthony, Dr. Nicole's husband, partner. She dated him before. Did y'all know that? I mean, it's good. Whatchamacallit is good. The Valley, not too much happened on the Valley. Luke proposed to Kristen, which was really good. I got emotional. I love when women don't beat men over the head for proposals and they actually propose and it's actually a surprise and it's actually you didn't plan a surprise. Like a lot of women plan their surprise proposals. She didn't even know. They went to Hawaii. He got her on the boat. He told her to look out for some. It was so cute. I don't love no shit like that. But I thought it was cute because I love to see a man actually, like, if you actually want to propose to a person and you actually do the planning and she's not beating you over the head and you're actually like planning, right? They're trying to have a baby and he's like, yeah, we're going to make this commitment or whatever. They got on the boat. Danny and Nia helped. Nia, whatever her name is. You know what I'm talking about. She was sweating and everything. She was like, girl, I do not even want to be on this boat. They went out fishing. She was like, I do not want to be on this boat. She was looking crazy. She was trying to get herself together. She was sitting on the ring. He was like, I can't even go in there and get the ring because she's sitting on my goddamn backpack. So they tried to get her. Danny and what's her name tried to get her out there. And it was like, look at the dolphins. And she was like, where are they? She looking off the damn boat. She's like, where are the dolphins? He was like, it's right over there. You see where the splash of water is? But like right there, she's trying to look. And so he gets the ring and he gets behind her. And he like gets her from the back, like around like her waist and her butt. And he's like, babe. And then he starts saying what he was saying to her. I don't remember exactly what he was saying. And she turned around. She was like, and she like almost, she like almost fell. She almost fell when she turned around. She was like, what the fuck? And she was like, are you fucking for real? She was like, is this real? Is this real? She kept saying, is this real? And he was like, yeah. He was like, we doing this or whatever. And then he even put it on the wrong hand. That's how you know men don't really be connected to the whole thing. Because you put it on the left hand is the hand that has the vein that goes to the heart. And that's why you put it on the ring finger on the left hand. Because that that's the saying is that it's connected to the heart. So that's why you put it on your left finger. And men grab a woman's right hand all the time and put it there. They have no idea. That's you that knows everything on how it's supposed to go. They have no clue on how it's supposed to go. So she was like, that's the wrong hand. And he put it on the right hand. 4 carats. She got 4 carats out that man. And she was really happy, really excited. What's his name? Denied. Jesse. What's his name? Keith, Kevin. I don't know what the nigga's name is, but he asked old boy that if he had anything inappropriate with his wife, and he said no. I don't believe him. I do not believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Jax didn't come on the vacation with them, which was good. Brittany was happy about that. Um, she was like, "This is my first vacation without him." I hope Brittany really stays on the path of not being with Jax. Jax is a man who is unworthy of partnership. He's even unworthy of offspring. That's somebody who should not be given the honor to have offspring. A lot of people, men and women alike, are given the honor of being a parent and don't deserve it. Just because you can do it, just because you can reproduce, doesn't mean that you should. I'm just saying. Uh, let's see. What else happened on the valley? Mm, Janet and Jason, they were kind of getting into it. What were they getting into it about? They were going back and forth about something. But he wasn't disrespectful to her. I have some dry skin, some dead skin on my lip. Mm. It was some. They were making a decision to do something. I don't remember. Who else? Zach and his boyfriend. They were in the presidential suite, and Jesse too. They had to give the presidential suite up for Luke and Kristen. So they had a good proposal. They did that good. That was a good proposal. I actually got teary eyed. I'm telling you, because I love to see a woman not know when she's being proposed to. Like, she was legitimately surprised. And because they were like, Kristen is really, really nosy. Like, she's Detective Kristen. And the fact that they were able to like surprise her with that. And you knew that she was not prepared. She was looking crazy, sweating like a damn whore in church. She was looking crazy as hell. And he was like, I can't go get the ring. And then she was like sitting down she was sweating, hair just pasted to her forehead. She was trying to do her face like that. She was like, okay, this is the best I'm gonna get, girl. Because they tricked her by getting her. They were like, it's golden hour, so we need to take some pictures. So they're out there taking pictures. Danny and the girl Mia, they down there taking pictures. And then they were like, okay, come on, let's take pictures. And then they were like, oh my God, look at the dolphins. And she loves dolphins. She was like, where are they? And they were like, they right over there. And then he got the thing out of his pocket. He got down on one knee and then he grabbed her. And when she turned around, she was like, oh girl, I'm glad she didn't fall off that damn boat. So shout out to them. And Kristen is pregnant, so shout out to them. See, you don't have to do like, what do they tell you, marriage before carriage or some shit they be trying to tell y'all to do, and it doesn't even matter. It don't matter which order of things it gets done, girl, just get it done or whatever. So shout out to them. It wasn't too much on the valley going on. Jack spending time with Cruz. Baby, Jax threw Cruz in the pool and then turned around and walked away. I was like, what the fuck? This is why the ladies don't trust y'all with their babies. But Zuli was gonna be there, the damn the nanny, so she can. I don't know if Zuli was gonna be. Wait, I don't know if she was gonna be there. But they're at the main house, at their house, that their marital home. That's where I think they switched. If I'm not mistaken, because she left to go get an Airbnb, but then now she's back at the house, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, that was pretty much it, y'all. So I think I'm done with our videos for today. I said, like I said, I am going to come back to talk about holding on to relationships that are past due and how we can recognize and navigate those. Just because I'm experiencing something similar, and I always tell you, like, you all, make sure. And I just want to talk about it in real time as I'm going through with it. I think it's going to be a good video and we can kind of expand on that. Anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.